Did you press it?
Maybe.
Oh. Well, hi, everybody. My name's Nathan, and next to me is Kory. Are we supposed to do last names? I can never tell when I say your last name if you're comfortable with it or not.
We're going to keep a little bit of identity secret to you.
Well, I've already said your last name before, so...
Oh.
I mean, no, I haven't. You could never go back in past episodes and find out either of our last names.
Crenshaw.
Hey! Welcome to Filmventure, everybody. This is the podcast where we talk about movies and sometimes TV shows and always trailers. We have some interesting, very diverse subjects and material to talk about today, don't we, Kory?
Indeed we do.
Yes. Ooh, plane overhead. You think they'll be able to hear it?
I don't know.
It's just ambiance. All right.
Weren't we supposed to watch Oh Brother, Where Art Thou for this week?
Oh, we were, weren't we?
Well, we didn't do that.
Well, did you bring the Blu-ray?
No.
Then I blame you.
I didn't come here to watch that. I came here to watch what we watched.
Well, always be prepared, Kory.
Remember, be yourself.
Always be closing. A, B, C. A, always be B, C, closing. Always be closing. Do you know that movie? I forgot the title, but it has Alec Baldwin.
I don't remember. All right, news.
Movie news.
Movie news.
What's
What
happening
do I
in the
want to
movie
talk
world?
about? Well, what are you interested in?
This is where Kory just scrolls movie news sites and just picks stuff that looks interesting to him.
Last week we did an episode on Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Since that episode, Deadpool has already racked up $492 million worldwide. And it's banned in China, mind you.
That's like 1/6 of the population that it can't access.
But it's still making bank.
There you go. That's cool. We're happy about that, right? We liked Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
We want R-rated comedy superhero movies.
It was made for like $58 million.
Now, here's the thing. Do you think this will mean an open-mindedness of studios to do R-rated movies for this kind of thing?
Yes, they're already
in general?
trying to get the third Wolverine movie to be R.
Right, but the thing is different about Wolverine is Wolverine's not like a...
It rhymes with Wolverine.
It's not a, like, snarky comedy where you need the R rating to do a bunch of, like, you know, funny graphic violence and a bunch of, you know, curse word filled jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wonder if they'll think it's as necessary for Wolverine as it was for Deadpool.
I don't know.
I think you could do a grittier version of Wolverine than we've seen and still be able to keep it PG-13. I think it's just a matter of style and, like, plot.
Yeah, but I heard that the graphic novel they want to take from and base it off of is called Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like super violent.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Like very, very violent.
Do you want to see that level of violence from a Wolverine movie?
Yes.
What would the difference really be besides just, like, seeing his claws go through more stuff and more blood pop out?
I don't know.
These
Awesomeness.
are the questions we must answer, Kory.
I don't know. I'm not making the movie.
All right, well then fine. Why not?
Let's go a little lighter.
Okay.
Disney.
Disney?
They are making a Mary Poppins sequel.
Oh, I saw you post on our Facebook about this.
I did. If you follow our Facebook, and if you haven't, I don't know why you are not. You need to go like us and follow us and do everything else.
Filmveture Podcast Facebook.
There you go. Emily Blunt is in talks to star as Mary Poppins.
In talks, does that mean they sent her a contract via carrier pigeon that she may or may not even read?
I think it's more like they're sitting in a room and they're like, all right, Emily Blunt, how do we make this happen?
And she's like...
And she goes, I want money.
and they're like,
how much money do you want? And she's like, well, how much will you give me? And they're like...
Depends on how much you want.
Yeah, it depends on how much you want.
Well, it depends on how much you'll give me.
And she's like, did you see me in Sicario?
Yeah. Actually, no, it'd probably be more like, well, I just did that Snow White movie.
I did Into the Woods for you.
Yeah, that's true. She was in that.
I want more than I got paid for that.
Talk about a diverse portfolio from... Why does my mic sound weird?
I don't know. It's your fault.
Is it backwards?
I don't know. I didn't set up your mic. You set up your mic.
I don't think it's backwards. No, it's not backwards. Do I
think
sound
it was
weird to you?
I think it was angled down too much.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. No. My mic's going everywhere. I'm sorry, Kory's
This
just
is what happens when you don't pay attention to your setup.
Kory's judging me so hard right now. Okay.
So hard it made my eye hurt.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine.
Rocking that pearl snap short sleeve over there. Better than anyone I know.
I just unbuttoned it.
Whoa, dude! Whoa. This is a clean podcast, okay? We keep it PG here.
They can't see.
That's true, but they can hear.
Well, Mary Poppins. I told myself.
Yeah, I thought we were toning it down with some Disney here.
I told myself whenever I heard that they were making another Mary Poppins, I said the only way I will watch this movie is if they cast Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins, because she's the only one, I believe, who can do it.
The only one. You don't think Rachel Weisz could do it?
No.
You don't think she could do it?
She doesn't have that Julie Andrews charm.
You take that back, good sir.
I will not.
Well, then, good day.
Good day to you. Don't do that.
It's me walking away.
It doesn't sound
it
like
was
you
footsteps.
walking away. It doesn't sound like footsteps.
Gosh.
Okay. So what do you think about this?
I'm for it.
Is that it?
That was my Kory Hill answer. Oh, burn. Here's some cold water.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, we all know how much I love Emily Blunt.
Yes. You love her very much.
I plot ways to take John Krasinski out of the picture so that she may be mine.
I think you love her too much.
I'm not going to argue that.
Okay, then.
I agree with you. I do. I don't know. I mean, maybe Mary Poppins is not her. I like her doing things like Sicario and Edge of Tomorrow and stuff.
I'm sure she likes to do this thing for her kids.
She doesn't have kids.
Well, for her future kids.
Who says she's going to have kids? Are you in
her
talks with John? To the
world.
Okay.
What were you about to say there?
Fine. It's fine.
This episode's going great, guys.
I think we're doing wonderfully. I'm having a great time.
I think the movie we saw this past weekend has messed with our mind.
It's a great fun ride so far to me. That's how I feel about this.
Well, on TV tonight,
yes.
Speaking of Disney, they were doing a 60th anniversary celebration of Disneyland.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes. You didn't notice when it said Disneyland 60?
All I saw was Disney and 60.
You think it was Harrison Ford's birthday?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, whoa, that got real loud. Harrison Ford came up on stage.
Yeah.
And he's like, I like Star Wars. Everyone likes Star Wars. Star Wars is coming to Disney.
Yeah.
More. They're making Star Wars Land in Disney World and Disneyland.
They're making two?
Well, Disneyland in California. They're making Star Wars Land.
I saw that.
Disney World in Florida. They're making Star Wars Land.
Wait,
why does that confuse you?
Say that one more time. In Disneyland, they're making
Star Wars Land.
And in Disney World, they're making
Star Wars Land.
So they're both called Star Wars Land.
There's a Tomorrowland in both Disneyland and Disney World.
Well, you said it in a way as if they were going to be called different things.
No.
Okay, so they're going to be
It's like Harry Potter World in Orlando and Harry Potter World in California.
There's two Harry Potter worlds?
Oh my gosh. You do know there's a castle at each Disney World, right?
Wait, the same castle?
No. The one at Disneyland's smaller.
Okay, well, see, that's an important
But
difference.
there's a Tomorrowland in Disneyland. There's a Tomorrowland in Disney World.
Is there a Pirates of the Caribbean ride in both?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Star Tours.
First of all, mister.
Star Tours is in
don't
both.
Don't you take that tone as if this should be common knowledge, good sir. All right? I am not as familiar with Disney World and Disneyland as you, and you know what? That is okay.
There are rides at Disney World that were at Disneyland first.
I still feel good about myself.
And there were rides at Disney World that were there, or at Disneyland that were at Disney World first.
Okay.
So they're making Star Wars Land in both.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Ooh, more mic problems.
You are just all over the place.
It keeps sinking. Hold on.
Well, it's because you need a sandbag or something.
Okay, that's as tight as I can make it.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So they're making Star Wars Land. Harrison Ford introduced a concept footage reel.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of concept art.
But the thing we learned, Nathan.
What was new?
We learned that you get to actually walk into the Millennium Falcon and fly it and fight in it and do everything.
Didn't we already know that? I feel like you already told me that we were going to be able to do that.
I'm done.
What? I'm asking you questions.
You're in a very condescending mood
What would
today.
you like me to say? What am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, the Millennium Falcon!
Ever since I was a kid and I saw Star Wars, I always wanted to fly in the Millennium Falcon, and now I get to do it. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the most realistic
virtual
way.
reality.
But you get to sit in the cockpit.
Yeah, and it's
do
gonna
all the
smell
fun
like
stuff.
popcorn and fat people that sweat too much and wear bad cologne.
Have you ever been to a Disney park?
No.
That is not the experience. You are wrong, sir. Wrong.
Their cologne smells fine.
Stop getting your face in the mic.
Okay. Why am I peeking?
Yes.
Oh.
I can't get your level right because you're so fluctuating. So much fluctuation.
Stop getting me all riled up then.
I'm sorry.
You're forgiven. Next news.
I guess since we're going to stay in this thing of Disney, we'll go ahead and go to our trailer of the week that actually premiered less than an hour ago.
2 hours ago.
I'm
just kidding. I'm in a real argumentative mood right now. I don't know why.
You have to be right today.
That's not true.
See? See? I rest my case.
I just feel like arguing. I don't know why.
What was in that burger you ate?
I don't know. Argue sauce?
Argue sauce? Did you smoke pot when you went to the bathroom?
No,
earlier?
I'm dehydrated. Just talk about the trailer.
You're going to say something and correct me.
I am not. I promise I won't.
Okay. The trailer that they showed during the 60th anniversary of Disneyland is a remake of the 1977 movie.
Actually,
The 1977 movie, Pete's Dragon.
wait, was that an actual correction? Did you say the year wrong?
No.
Oh.
It's 1977. The year
you said-
Star Wars came
You
out.
said 67 the first time.
77.
Okay. The 77 movie Pete's Dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
What did
And?
you see?
I saw a trailer for the 1977 movie Pete's Dragon.
In the trailer, what kind of footage was there?
It was a little Tarzan
screen.
kid running around, and I saw Robert Redford, aka my hero, looking very inspirational and Disney-like in the woods, walking around, and there was a Bryce Dallas Howard looking very Jessica Chastain-y. And
I was going to see if you thought it was Jessica Chastain.
you know, for the split second when her face first popped up, I thought I forget which name I thought it was now.
Jessica
I thought it was
Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. But after like half a second, I realized it was Bryce
I hope
Dallas
one day
Howard.
we meet them at the same time. I would love to film you talking to them at the same time.
I can tell the difference.
I sure hope so.
Jessica Chastain has a different nose and a more like defined jawline.
Does she have more hairs on her head? I mean, are her eyebrows shaped differently?
I haven't finished counting yet.
The timbre in her voice just a lot warmer and bright.
Their
and make
voices
you feel-
also do sound very different.
They
yes.
do. They actually do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like CGI level of this new Jungle Book movie coming out.
Yeah. I don't know. Are all those woods supposed to be CGI?
I doubt that. There's more real people in this movie than in Jungle Book.
Yeah, there's a lot more characters that aren't, made in a computer.
But it's still along the lines of what we were seeing in the Jungle Book in terms of like I don't know, color timing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And the kid running in the woods, I was like, Mowgli?
Stylistically, it did look very similar. Wait, this is Disney, right?
Yes.
And Jungle Book's Disney.
Yes.
So it's two Disney movies about kids in the jungle or forest.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Nathan Crenshaw.
What?
Nothing.
I'm just putting you're giving me dots to draw lines between, and I'm like, oh, I see what you're
There
saying.
weren't dots. It
I
was
see.
just common knowledge.
I didn't know they were, I was thinking about how they're both the same studio.
Mhm.
Like, are they just churning out a bunch of these, like, remake movies, just making big CGI worlds instead?
Well, the good thing about Pete's Dragon is the first one isn't really a classic. People don't.
You take that back, good sir. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it's not it's not at the levels of like the original Jungle Book and Mary Poppins, because it was a live action animation hybrid.
I remember that. Yeah.
It's really neat.
It was the hand-drawn dragon.
It was the hand-drawn dragon. That's hard to say.
That's my hand-drawn dragon.
Say hand-drawn
Sound.
dragon 5 times fast.
Hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon.
That was 3, but okay. Good enough.
How many times was I supposed to say it?
5.
Hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon, hand-drawn dragon.
You got it. You got
Boom!
it. You win. Water.
Thank you.
I mean, obviously, it didn't show much of the dragon. We saw a green dragon-like creature.
Did you think you
Flying.
would see more of the dragon?
I did not.
Was that the exact amount of dragon you thought you would see?
It was a perfect proportion of dragon
To trailer ratio?
to trailer ratio.
Today on Filmventure, Kory and Nathan decide the perfect dragon to trailer ratio between
Is-
Game of Thrones
is-
and Pete's Dragon.
The perfect dragon to trailer ratio. The trailer is about 50 seconds long. We got
Yes.
about 4.3 seconds of dragon. Perfect.
I think it was more like 5.6 seconds. What a brunch. All right. Next piece of news
I don't think I have
on
any.
that computer screen in front of you there.
We saw another TV spot of Jungle Book, if we're going to keep in Disney today.
I really liked it.
The CGI looked even more polished.
Yeah, I guess we didn't really see any new shots. Except
There was a lot of new shots.
There were?
At least the stuff with like the wolves, and there was some new shots of Bagheera,
Wait, which one's Bagheera?
the panther.
That's right. My bad. I haven't seen Jungle Book since I was like
I know, we're going to
14.
watch it. We're going to watch it.
Okay, you own it, right?
I do.
Okay. When are we going to watch it?
Whenever,
Doesn't it come out in like 3 weeks?
whenever you want to. No, it's in April.
I thought you said it comes out before Batman v Superman.
No, it doesn't.
What's the one that comes out before Batman v Superman?
Zootopia.
That's the one. Okay.
That one has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
Does it have more than 6 reviews yet?
Yes, the premiere already happened.
Ooh, how many reviews are out? Like a bunch? Too many to
A fair
count?
few.
Okay. And it still has 100%?
They're calling it like a noir type.
A noir-y type?
Mm-hmm. Like
That's
neo
a
noir.
really weird word to say. Noir-y.
Noir.
Noir-y.
Noir.
Filmventure, everybody.
Noir.
If
Do you want me to figure out how many reviews there are?
Nah, that's all right.
Oh, because I was doing it.
I want to know if it was still just like minimal or if like the first main wave of reviews have come out. Because there's like the wave that comes out like a couple weeks before.
It's still at 100%. It comes out March 4th.
Okay. That's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, buddy. There is.
And we'll get another
There's
wave.
14 reviews. I'm
Okay.
assuming this might land somewhere in the 80s.
14 to 14 ratio so far. Yeah, maybe low 90s. You never know.
Here's a good one. A noir comedy that carries itself with loads of imagination. I'm not clicking on the full review because it says it's in Spanish and I can't read that.
Okay. We'll hand it over then. I'll go for it.
It's sad. Now people are saying that Disney is becoming the new Pixar. Like Disney animation is becoming the new Pixar. Like their films are like starting to surpass in quality.
They're on quite a roll right now with Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, it started with Tangled.
Oh, yeah, Tangled.
Which was in 2010. Nathan and I were in college when that movie came out.
2010.
We were sophomores.
Has Pixar come out with a better movie than
Inside
Tangled
Out.
since Tangled came out?
Inside Out and Toy Story 3 came out the same year as Tangled.
Oh, that's true. Toy Story 3 was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I don't know if I liked Inside Out more than I liked Tangled.
I need to rewatch Tangled.
Tangled's freaking funny, man.
Oh, it is. It is.
I think I like Tangled more than Inside Out. I just thought Inside Out was okay.
I think that has to do with you not growing up as a little girl.
You thought it was more than okay, and you did. Wait, is there something you need to tell me?
No, I have a wife.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke. It was a funny joke, Kory. Golly.
I'm laughing on the inside, Nathan. I'm chuckling.
Man, are you still mad because I was disagreeing with you a bunch earlier?
I can never be mad at you, Nathan.
We both know that's not true, Kory. I've edited with you at 5 a.m. like before.
That's called
several
pissed off.
times. What's the difference?
I don't know. Annoyance.
Okay. Well, what were we even talking about? Zootopia. It's gonna be good.
It is going to be good.
It's gonna be good.
You know what probably won't be good?
Wait, I got this one. I give up. What?
The one with the koala bear played by Matthew McConaughey. Sing.
Oh, I think that'll be funny.
I think it'll be funny, and I think the songs will be good, but it's not going to have much of a story.
I think it'll be one of those where like we'll walk in with pretty low expectations, then we'll laugh a lot, and we'll be like, that was pretty good, and then we'll forget about it for forever.
Oh, yeah. We'll be like, wait, wasn't that Zootopia? No, it wasn't Zootopia. Let's go watch Zootopia.
Yeah.
Did you hear the new track from Batman v Superman that they released?
New track? Like
Soundtrack.
Of a score?
Mm-hmm.
No.
It was called The Red Capes Are Coming. If you remember that part in the trailer, the Red Capes are coming.
Yes.
It sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Who did the score?
It's Hans Zimmer in collaboration with Junkie XL.
Who's Junkie XL?
I don't know.
I should probably. Oh wait, I've listened to Junkie XL on Spotify.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It sounded pretty cool.
Yeah. It was cool. That's good.
I would play a piece for you, but I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, I would say I hope they don't release the soundtrack and give away all the moments through the track
They've
titles.
already given away all the moments.
But we already know the whole movie through the trailers anyway, so they might as well. Are you going to buy the Silver Book edition of the soundtrack again?
I don't know. Depends on how good the movie is.
Okay.
I think I prematurely bought that Man of Steel soundtrack before I saw the movie.
Yeah. We still need to go give Man of Steel a second chance. Have you seen it again since it first came out on Blu-ray? 4 years ago?
No.
That was almost 4 years ago.
No.
Well, then
4 years?
It was 2012. It was the summer of 2000. Oh, wait.
It was 13, wasn't it? Or 14?
2013. No, it was 13.
13.
So almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
Still quite a while.
Yeah.
That's quite a palate cleanser amount of time for a movie. You know?
Yeah, I can still remember a lot that happened.
Just don't let me watch the trailer at all before the movie because it's just going to remind me of how disappointed I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, you want to move on to our movies that we watched this week?
Yeah, we watched a few.
You want to start it light and then
Since we're on the topic of Batman v Superman.
Yeah, should we just go straight? Plus we just watched.
We're going to talk about that.
So, as a lot of you may already know, there are a lot of things about Batman v Superman that people are hoping or already know are getting referenced from a graphic novel by, is it Frank Miller?
Yes.
And in collaboration with someone else called The Dark Knight Returns.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Dark Knight Rises.
No, but they did take a lot of inspiration from Dark Knight Returns in some scenes in Dark Knight Rises.
So Dark Knight Returns is the comic book, not the movie by Christopher Nolan. And it also got made into 2 animated movies, part 1 and 2.
Which we just watched.
Which were very popular, and they got put on HBO Go. So we watched it on HBO Go. Not a sponsor.
I would be.
Yeah.
Dang.
But we're listening if you're interested. Anyway, so we just watched them. We watched both back to back. And first thoughts, Kory? Both in regards to the movies themselves and what you could tie into the
some of the best Batman movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, both. You're talking about both combined?
Well, I see them as one.
Yeah, I see them as one thing.
It's like if you merge them together, it's like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, a really good 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah. Very dark for a cartoon.
Where does this rank for you among
the Batman
all
movies?
the Batman movies you've ever seen?
Well, let's see. I've seen some crappy ones. I've seen some good ones.
Yes.
I would rank it right below The Dark Knight.
I think I liked it better than The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
The Narc Knight?
The Narc Knight. The Narc Knight.
The Narc Knight!
I think I liked it better than that.
No, wait,
it's
let
the
me
best
think.
Batman thing I've ever watched.
Okay, you know what? I might agree with you because the fight scenes were 50 million times better than The Dark Knight.
They were so cool.
And the Joker's storyline in The Dark Knight Returns was better than The Dark Knight.
I've noticed this is one of many of these like DC animated movies I've been watching lately. And the plots are always so much better. And
it's funny because
the writing is so much better. Like the dialogue's always better. The voice acting is like better than the acting in the actual movies.
And like the camera work that they choose to animate is fantastic.
They like get real creative.
The scores are on point. I was gonna say
the production value overall seems like pretty high for an animated movie.
And they're rated PG-13, but they explore a lot darker themes than like Christopher Nolan's movies.
They actually get like real deep into like philosophical questions
and like Batman's psyche and
and like
all this other stuff,
theology of the superheroes and everything, you know. It was very interesting. Like, were you ever asking yourself the question like, do they have a point questioning Batman's methods here? Like,
definitely.
Is he, I mean, he is going way outside the law here. Should we be okay with that even though he has good intentions?
Absolutely.
Oh man. And then how'd you feel about Superman getting pulled in for the part 2? Did you feel like it kind of was a little disjointed? It was just
kind of like
out of left field.
They just like threw him in there.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, he is obeying orders from the U.S. government. So, of course, he's going to go against his friend.
It felt a little disconnected.
It did.
For me. I still liked it.
Oh, that fight scene at the end.
Which we'd both already watched on YouTube before.
Shh. If Batman v Superman can do half that,
yeah,
it'll be okay.
I was like, if they just do the action the exact same way, just live action,
that would be cool.
With some Zack Snyder cinematography, I'm already in. I don't even care if the dialogue sucks. If we can get like 4, this is my requirement now. You know how with Deadpool I wanted to laugh 12 times and have 2 action sequences?
Yes.
This one, I just want to see 4 good action sequences. Of like good like long ones. I don't want like some 2-minute scene.
I want some hardcore Batman crime fighting.
Okay.
I want a good final battle that I can understand.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be all
just buildings
super
exploding
fast
everywhere.
And buildings exploding again and do you bleed blah and stuff like that. I want good fights with merits.
Yeah.
And let's see. I want some story, man. Give me some good story.
You know what I've been thinking about a lot lately when it comes to action in movies?
Yes.
They don't back up enough.
No.
I think they lean way too heavily on editing to cover up like
fake hits.
Yeah, fake hits and like bad animation or
if you ever go by that stuff frame by frame, it's really bad editing. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
I wish they would just like the editing to me doesn't really help it feel like it's crazier. I'd rather like it use a wide shot a lot more often and let us actually see what's going on in the scene, you know?
I agree 100%.
It's like I remember the Transformers movies are all really guilty of that, you know?
Yeah. So are the Bourne movies.
But there was one scene in the Transformers movies that didn't do it and it was super awesome. Do you remember the second one? The forest
of the Fallen? Oh,
the forest fight scene with Optimus Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone agrees that that's like the only good moment of like all those movies.
Do you know why that movie was so bad?
Why?
It was written during the writer's strike.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
But that doesn't explain the other 2 movies that came after it.
Yeah, that's true. I was like, wait, there's 4, but then 2 after.
There's more coming.
I had to do the math. Oh my gosh, there's like at least 3 more
and
coming,
one of them is a Bumblebee spinoff.
Oh, yeah. Let's come back to Batman.
That's going to suck, though, because Bumblebee doesn't talk. He uses like the radio.
I know.
That's going to get annoying real fast.
Or maybe they just won't like lean on it too heavily. What am I saying? Yeah, they will. It's going to suck.
It's probably going to be directed by Michael Bay. Even though he said this one is his last one. Like he said the 4th one was his last one. Like he said the 3rd one was his last one. And I'm not joking.
Let's come back to Batman, though.
Okay.
So the part 1, what was the main plot line in part 1? It was the mutant army stuff.
Batman has to come out of retirement because of the mutant army starting to take over Gotham, basically.
Yeah, big gang, basically running the city now.
And Nathan's getting the call because he can't turn down his darn phone.
I didn't know my ringer was on. Man, Hannah. Okay.
Wait, is that our friend Hannah?
Yeah.
Tell her to come over and be on the podcast.
No.
Oh, she didn't see the movie.
No, she didn't. Anyways, the Mutant Army segment, part 1. Did you like it better or worse than part 2?
It felt more contained.
Yeah, I liked it better in part 2, I think.
It had a very good beginning, middle, and end.
Plus its ending line. I know everyone loves that ending line at the end of the Batman versus Superman fight where he's like, I want you to remember the one man who beat you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the ending line in the first one was even cooler.
And what was that?
When he was like, what does he say? This isn't a
fighting
ring. This is a surgery.
He's fighting the mob boss. He lured him out of prison into like a mud pit where all of his henchmen are surrounding.
Yeah.
He like made the henchmen think they had like a meeting or something, blah, blah, blah. And he's fighting them in the mud pit. And at the very end, he's like, this isn't a mud pit anymore. It is
it's an operating table.
It's an operating table.
And I'm the surgeon.
And he just starts
like
breaking his arm.
Breaks his leg off. Oh my god.
Breaks his arm, breaks his leg, and then bashes his face in.
Oh my gosh, that was the coolest moment. That was such a good fight scene.
It was.
That was better. I think that was better than the Superman fight scene.
They're really good at animating fight scenes.
Yeah, it was like really kinetic.
And then, in part 2, what they did that just made the way they made it not seem so contained was that they threw in the Joker, and then they threw in, the Joker showed up a little bit in the first part.
Yeah, the Joker stuff felt much more tied into what was happening before.
But the Superman stuff felt very tacked on.
Yeah.
The Joker storyline, though, was
holy crap.
it was like he's like in an insane asylum, not Arkham, but in like some insane asylum, and it's like he's just been considered crazy.
Yeah.
And his doctor thinks that all his patients have been like, the only reason that there's so much crime in Gotham is because Batman makes the crime, basically, because he gets in people's heads.
Yeah. It's like people just want to challenge him.
So the Joker, for some reason, has become like almost brain dead, just kind of like comatose.
Yeah.
But then he starts hearing all this new stuff about Batman coming out of retirement and stuff, and he kind of,
starts waking back up.
Yeah, in part 2, he devises a plan. He goes on a talk show,
kills
gets out,
the whole audience.
kills the whole audience with his laughing gas.
Man, that was a creepy scene.
Fights
the mug part.
Oh yeah.
You know what I think? It's
He's like, do we get to keep these mugs?
It's like,
yeah.
It's almost like exciting when we see how messed up the Joker is, because it makes him that much more of a foe for Batman, and it feels like a real challenge,
Oh, it felt like such a challenge in the fight at the carnival.
Oh my gosh, man. Real.
If you haven't seen this, and I know we're spoiling it, but you should see it.
And it's like, what's great about these animation movies that we're watching is, it's like, not only is the action better in terms of its like choreography and everything, because sure it's easier because you can draw whatever you want. But it's like you feel so much more emotionally invested in the situation.
Yeah, like Batman chases Joker into the tunnel of love, and then he just goes all out. And before then, he threw like batarangs in Joker's eye.
Yeah.
And then he like beating him up, and then he like cracks his neck to immobilize him.
It was like watching a graphic novel.
Yeah, and then they like exchange stuff, and then the Joker kills himself by snapping his neck even further. And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
And then he has that creepy grin on his face.
Oh, man. And then sets himself on fire. Man, what'd you think about the Robin stuff? What'd you think about the girl coming in as Robin?
That was pretty cool. She was like a Robin fangirl.
And she turns out to be a badass.
Yeah. And so she like trained herself and then dressed up as Robin and then went and helped Batman. And then he's like, "You're hired.
You're in."
Yeah.
All right.
You're Robin. Okay.
Come to the Batcave.
Yeah.
All right. You're like a 14-year-old girl, but I won't care about putting you in the harm's way. And
he cares with that
possibly
one
dying.
part though, where she almost dies.
Yeah, and hugs her.
And he's like, "You're a good soldier.
Good soldier.
Good soldier.
Good soldier.
Good dog."
Man, what a good movie.
Yes. I recommend anybody who likes Batman, watch it, please.
Absolutely.
I'm going to find all these other ones and watch all these animated ones, and I'm going to watch Bad Blood, the new one.
Yeah.
I want to watch
Under the
Red Hood.
They say that Under the Red Hood is the biggest...
I think they're doing an animated version of The Killing Joke.
I don't know what that is.
It's one of the most popular Joker graphic novels.
Ooh. Under the Red Hood, I've heard, is probably going to be some of the main source material for the first Batman solo movie with Ben Affleck. I heard that too. Affleck.
It'd be Batfleck.
Batfleck.
You know, it'd be a really good Batman movie.
What?
Batman Beyond.
Oh, it would.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Are you stroking my couch?
It's suede. It does that thing where you go one way and it's one color, and you go the other way and it gets darker.
It's microfiber.
You know what I mean.
I'm just kidding. I was playing.
So I'm not stroking your couch. I'm drawing on it.
Okay, that's cool. I'm good with that then.
Okay.
Well, 1 to 10.
8.3. I liked it a lot.
I'm gonna say the exact same thing. I had no reason to go higher or lower. I think it's that's a good rating.
I'm glad they're basing the Batman versus Superman fight on this fight.
Favorite action sequence? Because there were a lot to pick from.
The mud pit fight with the boss.
Me too.
That was awesome.
Man.
This just gets I just really hope Batman v Superman is good.
From what I can tell, it's like the last trailer that we saw, the Batman...
It's like a reverse of this movie.
Yeah. You know what else I want to see along with 4 action sequences in the Batman v Superman movie is a lot of Zack Snyder-y looking cinematography. Like Watchmen style or 300
like 300 style.
Yeah. I want to see
Man
super
of
stylistic.
Steel didn't really have much of that.
It was
just
little
dark.
Bit. Yeah, it was dark.
It was just dark and desaturated.
Yeah, but I want to see some really artsy.
We need to watch 300.
Yeah, we do.
I need to cleanse my palate.
When do we not need to see 300? I haven't watched it in years.
It has what's his face in it? Not Gerard
Michael
Butler.
Fassbender.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. Say stuff while I drink water.
Michael Fassbender. Woo! Tonight we dine in hell. This is Sparta.
Okay, I'm back. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That was great. Keep picking this microphone up and down. I'm just gonna hold it like this.
Okay, whatever you feel like you want to do.
Don't judge me.
Where's that thing I used for the last time I was here?
It's over there. I don't want to use it though. Yours is more horizontal. We'll talk about it later.
Just move that back a little bit and it'll help balance.
But then it doesn't reach my face.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's okay.
All right, Nathan. So, I guess that's all we can talk about.
Darker. Yeah.
If you want to go even darker, we saw another movie.
Yeah.
You might not have heard of it, but you probably have. It got really good reviews, but it felt like a really small movie.
It got really good critics reviews. Audience reviews are kind of low.
It depends. It's because they feel like it was misadvertised by the critics.
I agree with that.
It
doesn't feel like it was not at all. Okay, well, we're talking about The Witch.
Oh,
The Witch is the movie that we're talking about.
We watched The Witch.
We saw The Witch. A lot of people have
It got
heard
big
of this
buzz
movie.
at like Sundance, maybe? No, it was some other film festival.
But
and the critics are eating it up.
People always notice these horror movie trailers. They've always heard of them because it's like everyone wants to know what the scary movie of the time is out. It did not feel like the movie that I thought I would see from the trailer.
Well, here's what some of the critics are saying.
Okay.
They're saying, like, the first must-see movie of 2016. I'm trying to find a short one.
Well, we're critics. We'll critique. What was your critique?
Well, a lot of critics were saying that it's like one of the scariest movies made in a long time.
Yeah.
And I didn't think
agree.
the movie was scary at all.
I thought it was like unsettling.
It was very unsettling.
But at no point was I like scared.
No. There was no point where I was just like, I need someone's hand.
Yeah.
Stat.
I didn't want to like cover my eyes at any point.
No.
It was just really creepy.
There was the only reason I thought about like flinching and stuff because I thought they would do jump scares, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't do any jump.
They do like one, and it's not even like.
Is there any jump scares?
I don't even know.
I don't think there is. There's They're not real jump scares. They're they're not meant to be jump scares.
So here is, if you haven't heard about the movie or you were on the fence about this movie because it just seems like one of those normal horror movies that always comes out every year.
Not a standard horror movie.
Here is, I'm going to take off my watch before I explain this.
Okay, are you going to do your plot synopsis?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about what makes this movie disconcerting.
Disconcerting.
That.
Yeah.
I'm preparing myself.
Okay.
Not really. This movie is very realistic.
Very real, very authentic.
Very authentic. It takes place in the 1630s, and from what I've read, the director is very interested in this time period.
Expert.
He's been to multiple museums, done multiple researches on this topic, on this era.
Yeah.
And he portrays it to a T.
Yeah. I very much got that sense.
Everything down to the dialogue.
Yeah.
They speak
like old King James version, kind of.
Yes.
Puritanical English.
They don't say you, they say thou.
Yeah, thou and thy.
Thy.
Yeah.
Words we haven't spoken.
Very high vocabulary. Very weird to watch a 10-year-old use that vocabulary. But you
and this is another thing that makes the movie very uneasy and unsettling.
Yeah.
Is the acting. Everyone in the movie does superbly.
Acts their butts off.
Yes. Even
the toddlers.
Even the toddler twins.
They were insanely good.
They were creepy.
They were creepily good, yeah. Like, what?
And then the main character was very, very good. The main daughter.
Okay.
Thomason. What's her name?
Should I give a brief plot synopsis?
It's very brief.
I'll give it real brief.
Very
real brief. There's a family of 6 Puritans, and they live on this plantation with this congregation. There's some kind of disagreement in the beginning. They decide to leave the congregation and go live on their own out in the wilderness.
It's a disagreement on faith.
Yeah.
The father of this family believes that the Puritans of the plantation are not as faithful as they should be.
Yeah.
And he thinks because they all came to America for
spreading the gospel.
And he doesn't believe they're doing it the way it's supposed
the
to
way
be
he
done.
sees fit. So they're going to go do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they go get this little one family settlement out in this little clearing in the middle of the woods where they have a little brook for water and they've built like a cabin and a barn and all this stuff.
It's a very quaint place.
They have goats. Very quaint, if it wasn't so like desaturated and creepy looking, it would be a very beautiful.
It'd be a great summer cottage.
Yeah, it'd be a great, beautiful location. I'd pick it as a vacation home if I hadn't seen this movie.
I'd Airbnb it.
Nice. So they live here in this clearing, but they're suffering with their crops. They're having trouble farming.
And so they're starting to like get wibbly wobbly with their faith.
Yes. And
At least, especially the kids.
And very early on, the oldest daughter takes the youngest child. I guess it was a family of
I'm getting really
7.
scared because every so often I hear like a knocking noise.
Ooh.
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it.
You'll hear it next time.
Ooh.
Did you just hear it? Actually,
That's
that was your
my
air
AC
conditioner
clicking.
turning on. That wasn't the noise.
Don't
though.
worry, Kory, I'm here.
That doesn't mean I'm safe.
In the very beginning in the movie, like one of the first handful of scenes, the eldest daughter takes the baby,
The youngest kid.
The
mother has a daughter, the oldest daughter, Thomason.
Yeah.
Their oldest son, what is his name?
I forgot his name.
I have it pulled up. Hold on.
It's like Charlie or something.
No, it's not Charlie. It's
I don't know.
no, not Calvin.
He's like what? Maybe 13. She's what? 16.
I would say around there.
I
No,
think
she's
she's
like
probably
15.
She's like 15.
Because she hasn't hit that point of womanhood yet. They
Right.
mentioned that in the movie.
And yeah, she's like maybe 14, 15. And the son is like around
His name's
11 or
Caleb.
12. Yeah, Caleb. That's the one.
And then they
then
have
there's
a
two-
set of twins who
Are they twins? I didn't realize
They're
they were
fraternal
twins.
twins.
Okay.
And it's a boy and a girl, and they are
Like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Their name is Mercy and Jonas.
Yeah. They're real creepy.
Yes.
And then there was a baby, Jacob, I think was its name.
I believe so.
Yeah. Baby Jacob. Baby Jacob gets taken in like the very beginning of the movie.
She's playing peekaboo.
And you don't know, well actually we do know. What a creepy scene in the beginning with that witch and the baby.
That was unsettling.
Super unsettling.
Okay, so this is what they do. They show the baby on like a table.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to spoil the crap out of this movie, guys.
Well, see, this isn't really a spoiler. They don't really. It's not a
this
big
is-
surprise. You know, it's about a witch.
Yeah.
They don't like hide the witch for the whole movie. Very beginning, they show you like who the witch
Well, she
is,
takes the
what
baby.
she's like.
You see like old granny butt.
Yeah.
She has the baby on a table, and right before she starts to kill the baby,
Viewer
cuts-
discretion, listener discretion.
Well, right before she cuts the baby, it cuts to black, and you're like, oh, good, they didn't show it. Well, then they fade back in, and it looks like she's churning butter, but she ain't churning butter.
She's grinding baby.
She's grinding baby
So, oh my gosh.
into a pulp, and then she
Like, what, covers herself with
covers
it or
herself
something?
in it and does weird stuff
and like
you
straddles
start,
the pole.
You start going, what am I watching? Why am I here? What is going on?
Yeah. And then it just cuts back to the family. And they're like all very upset that the baby is gone. They don't know who took him or what happened to him. They have no suspicions of a witch.
They think it has to do with God not being happy with them.
Yeah.
Another thing with like them, all the crops
There's a lot
not
of
growing.
like, you get a very good look into like what faith looked like for the Puritans and like their conversation
Even
about
back
it.
when
And-
they believed witches were real.
Yeah, when they believed witches were real. And it's very interesting because there's like a very supernatural element to the movie, but a lot of the movie is based around like the actual story of the family, the interactions between the different family members, who's mad at who's forgiving who, and like whether they should leave and
Yeah,
try
they
to
all
go
start
back to the
turning on each other,
congregation.
kind of.
Should they try to save their crops?
And then
What should
eventually
do
they
for
believe
food?
their oldest daughter is a witch.
Yeah.
They believe, and then she believes the twins.
Yeah, well, major spoiler alert now.
Yeah, I told you we were going to spoil.
Okay.
Because I don't think a lot of people have seen this movie.
Yeah. Well, if you haven't seen it, definitely don't keep listening right now.
But if you want to go into it knowing what's going to happen so you don't get too scared.
That's true. Well, okay. What level... If someone was like, I don't know if I'm prepared to handle what's in this movie, what would you tell them? Like, what gauge could they use? What's a good movie of, like, similar level disturbingness that if they can't handle that, they shouldn't see this?
maybe the very first Saw.
I never saw that. Is it good?
It was very like
I mean,
intense.
they made like 5 more.
Well, the first one was
Yeah.
like very intense. It wasn't jumpy or anything like that.
Yeah.
It was just no one knew what the heck was. You don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
and that in and of itself is very unsettling to you.
Did you ever see The Exorcist?
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
I'd say if you can't handle The Exorcist, don't go see this. Lots of people have seen The Exorcist, though. But, yeah, it's like, it's not necessarily super gross.
It's just
not...
the authenticity of this movie, excuse me, makes it seem like it really happened.
Yeah, there's a lot that's hard to watch.
Yes, a lot of things that are very hard to watch.
Yeah.
But what's weird is I wouldn't really call it like super gory.
No.
It's just very unsettling images.
Yeah.
Especially
Exactly.
with the son. I'm not going to tell you what happens with Caleb.
Oh, are you talking about this? Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
That stuff, man.
Okay. Well, we've spoken our piece about it now. Okay, now for one other thing for people who don't want spoilers. Do you recommend it?
I don't know. I mean, it was a very, very, very well-made movie.
Did you like it? It's hard to say,
I don't.
right?
I don't want to. I really don't know because I don't want to say I liked something like that with that kind of topic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For a movie where
I'm going to say I liked it.
okay,
I'm going to say, well, I mean, like,
I'm never going to see it again.
I appreciated it.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate the effort of the filmmakers
I
to
think
make a
it's-
movie like that.
I think it's very authentic. I think the production value and it's the way they were able to
You're making
portray
noise.
a family.
Keep talking.
I'm making noise?
Keep talking.
What do you mean I'm making noise?
Just keep talking about what you think.
I'll just tighten it better. Look, I'm tightening it better. I can't tighten it any better. It's just going to slide down. It's going to slide down, I'm telling you. Well, now it's too high.
Well, then sit up.
Okay. I appreciated how authentic it was. The story
research
world
that
felt
went into
very
it.
real. It was a very new look for me into what life was like in that time and what family life was like.
And faith.
Yeah, exactly. I also kind of, believe that this stuff sort of could have happened in certain ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally in denial that, like, that's my own personal view, but it definitely is creepy on that scale.
Oh.
And I think it's kind of I don't know. It's like almost like nothing about the movie, like what happens in it, would obviously be condoned. I mean, no one wants babies ground up, and no one wants people to become satanic witches. But I think it's important to like acknowledge that stuff like that exists in the world, like people who are that evil. And maybe, there's not actually I don't know.
You want to hear
evil
something
goats
interesting?
Whispering to people, but I
That
think that
creeped me out.
dude. Okay, I was going to say
Okay, we're gonna spoil
full spoilers.
We're gonna spoil the ending real quick.
Okay. The whispering scene with the goat was the scariest part to me.
That scared the crap. I mean, not scared, but it like gave me like the heebie-jeebies.
That
And I was like, I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to hear
almost wanted
this.
to cry. I was
like, I do
unsettled.
not want to listen to this.
Ugh.
But you want to hear
I'm
interesting?
I'm getting chills just thinking.
You want to
about
hear
it,
an
man.
interesting fact?
Yeah.
Stephen King has stated that he was terrified by this movie, and he's the master of horror.
Oh man, I'm getting chills again. I never want to watch that movie again.
I don't either.
Oh my gosh.
I saw it. That's all I need. I don't
It's
ever need to
definitely-
see it again.
It's an experience. It was an original experience I had not really had watching a movie, even of that kind of genre before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely something to be said about that.
I wish we would have saw another movie to like counter this movie. So
we watched Batman movies.
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like we should have watched like Hocus Pocus. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that when you were drinking water. You
Okay,
okay?
sorry.
You okay over there?
I was like it's like it like filled my lungs with air to where like I couldn't swallow my water without like just putting a bunch of air with it.
Yeah.
It was weird. A wrong pipe situation.
Okay.
Anyways,
What was? Well, I guess you already said it. The scariest thing.
scariest part is when she talks to the goat and then the devil behind her, the man in black
I don't like
with
that.
his hand on her shoulder.
I don't like that scene.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't make me feel good.
What'd you think about the last shot with her going up to the witches at the fire?
Ugh, it made me want to cry.
What'd you think about the whole family dying? What do you think happened to the twins?
That was my biggest question: is what happened to the twins?
Yeah.
They don't explain it.
I don't want to know.
I don't either.
What'd you think about that moment where the kids wake up in the barn and they see the woman like suckling from the goat?
I don't want to talk about it.
Real messed up stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know why someone would want to make this movie.
You know, when you think about it though, the disturbing stuff only made up like 10% of the movie.
A lot of it was just them like trying to figure out what to do
Yeah.
or who's at fault and all this stuff.
Okay, so that's a critique I have of the movie is that it felt a little disjointed between like being a period piece about a family trying to live off the land and like the supernatural stuff kind of it didn't flow very well in between the two things to me. Like stuff kind of just sort of started to happen out of nowhere. You know, I don't know. It kind of lacked a pacing and a flow stylistically for me. Yeah, and I don't mean like a bunch. I mean, it wasn't like terrible because of that or anything, but it was definitely, I noticed it during the movie for sure. You know the trivia you want to read? Is there any?
We need to go see Risen now.
Yeah, we do.
Which
I
is
want to
still-
watch Prince of Egypt. Can we watch Prince of Egypt?
Risen is getting pretty good buzz.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's go check it out.
It's like
We have Movie Pass, not a sponsor.
I
We're
think it
listening,
took number 2 at the box office behind Deadpool.
though. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And then The Witch was number 3.
Man, those must be two very different movies.
Yeah.
I saw How to Be Single yesterday.
Oh, today's Alan Rickman's birthday.
Dang it.
And Sophie Turner.
Why are you dragging me down,
And
man?
Sophie Turner, she plays Sansa Stark.
Oh. How old did she turn?
20.
Wow, she's already 20?
Ellen Page turned 29 today. And
To
Jennifer Love Hewitt turned 37.
To think that Sansa was 14. Like, the actual actress was 14 when the show started. And now she's 20. She can almost drink legally.
Oh my goodness. She's going to be Jean Grey.
I guess, because she was supposed to be about 13 or 14 in the show, right? In the first season.
Yeah.
So she's actually like 19 or 20 in the show now.
Yeah, she should be.
Which is so weird. I keep looking at her character like she's supposed to be like this little girl, you know?
Yeah, it's because you're growing up watching her and you're like, that's like a sister to me.
That's little Sansa.
Well, think about Arya.
She's not supposed to be 20. Yeah, Arya, what was she supposed
She was
to be?
probably like 8 or 9 when that show started, huh?
I would say probably, yeah.
I don't remember her name in real life, so I don't want to.
Closer to 10 probably. I bet she was a little older than that though in real life.
Who is Tuppence?
But if she was 10, that means she's like 16 now.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. 6 seasons in. Man.
That comes on soon.
So you want to just move on from The Witch? What do you want to give it to 1 to 10?
I don't want to rate it.
You don't want to rate it?
I really don't feel like rating it.
I'm going to give it a 7.
I'll give it that.
Okay.
Yeah,
For
don't give
like
it a 6.
I
not.
give it a 6 point.
No, don't even. Don't even.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, it's really unsettling. I mean, I'd like to hear what other people have to say about it.
I want to hear what Keaton has to say about it because he didn't really talk about it much after we saw it.
Yeah, I wish he had been on this podcast with us.
We should have invited him.
Well,
I'm sorry, Keaton.
Remind me if he's on our Oscars episode, which I think he should be.
Oh, he should be, especially since he's hosting the Oscar party.
Yeah. I definitely want to specifically ask him his opinion of this movie.
Okay.
And get a little sidebar from him about that.
Okay. We can do that.
Anyways, all right. Well, moving on from that.
Have you binged anything or watched anything or seen anything? Want to
Yes.
talk about anything?
Yes, actually.
Any life experiences you like to talk about?
I got like 5 episodes behind on Supergirl.
Uh-huh.
And I watched them all in like 2 days.
How's that?
It's getting really good.
I've heard that.
It's really good now. Like, It's still got a little bit of that, like CW-y kind of feel, like cheesiness, but sort of charm to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like pretty lighthearted.
Okay.
But the characters are getting really like deep and involved now.
Well, good.
And the actors are all really good. And Hannah was watching it with me yesterday, and there was like several scenes that are like emotional scenes, and they're really well written and well acted.
That's good.
Which is
I might have to start
surprising
it.
out of a show like
I might
that.
have to start it.
Yeah. Plus the action's really cool.
What channel does that come on?
CBS.
You know
And they're
what's
about to
weird?
bring The Flash on.
Which is weird because The Flash is on the CW.
I know, it's a network team up.
It's
I'm
like
excited
Marvel
about
and
that.
Sony.
Yeah.
Disney and Sony. Whoa, what's happening?
I don't know, man.
People are getting lax.
I'm excited about that. I'm glad I'm all caught up because I had heard how it had been getting better and better, and I was like, man, I shouldn't have stopped watching it. So I went and caught up, and it's definitely. I mean, there's only 13 episodes out, so
It's more than I thought.
Yeah, if you haven't watched any of it yet, there's still enough to like catch up in a decent amount of time over the course of like a couple weeks if you want to go binge it. It's
Okay.
I definitely recommend it for a good binging.
Okay. I
It's
might.
on. You can watch it on the CBS app for free. Except they have it now to where like the older episodes are starting to become. You have to have the subscription, the CBS All Access thing.
Does that work if you have a cable subscription to have the all access, or do you have to pay for that?
No, you have to pay for like it's like CBS's version of Netflix for all their shows. But I'm sure.
Is it on Hulu?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Okay, well,
I bet it is. Anyways, I'm sure there's a way you can watch the older episodes. It shouldn't
yeah.
be
I
too
mean,
hard
they're
to
not
figure
gonna
out.
block it from everybody.
Yeah, I'm sure there are ways to watch it. If you can, go check it out. I recommend. Anything you've been binging?
I'm still watching Star Wars Rebels when it comes out.
Yeah.
Watching Agent Carter when it comes out. Chelsea and I watched Galaxy Quest for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
I was trying to find something to watch, and I was like, Galaxy Quest. I heard that's a good movie.
Yeah. I can't believe you hadn't seen it before.
I don't know what happened in 1999 to make
Is
me
that
not
when that
see
came
it.
out?
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Kory.
It had a great
earlier.
cast. Did you know that Sam Rockwell was in it?
Yes, I did.
And Justin Long,
Yep.
obviously
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman.
Yes.
He was great.
I was telling Kory.
The guy who plays Monk.
Yeah. I was telling Kory when we were in film school, I had a screenwriting teacher who said this was like one of the more like renowned screenplays in terms of screenwriting, like execution and structure, was for Galaxy Quest, which was surprising. He was like, they talk about like The Godfather, like Apocalypse Now, Citizen Kane, and Galaxy Quest.
That's so weird because if you look, oh no, never mind.
What?
Rotten Tomatoes has it as 90%.
See? Exactly. There you go.
That makes me mad because Netflix had it at like 3.5 stars.
Well, those star ratings are based upon what it thinks you will rate it.
That's true.
It's based off the other things you watch and what you rate
Well,
them.
according to your computer, Rotten Tomatoes thinks you will rate it 2.5 stars.
Netflix or Rotten Tomatoes?
It says add your rating, and it thinks you'll do 2.5 stars.
Oh.
Whoops. See?
I think that's just like the default one it has put there.
Oh, because it's half?
Yeah.
I feel stupid.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, it is. I just watched it yesterday.
I want to go rewatch it. It's a fun movie.
It was a very fun movie.
I saw How to Be Single yesterday.
And how was that?
It taught me a lot of how to be single. It was a very good lesson.
Are you lying?
Only kind of, actually.
Okay, then.
I'll tell you this, it was really funny.
Oh, good.
It had a lot of really good jokes in it, both like situational and like dialogue based. But yeah, no, it didn't suck. I'll say that. It
That's
definitely
good.
didn't suck. I'll give it like a 6.1.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
For what it was. Any other things you've watched outside of our main theme stuff?
Nah.
I've been watching a lot of Scrubs still. Still binging Scrubs.
Still been. Do you smell like a skunk?
Yeah, it does smell weird, doesn't it?
It smells like a skunk.
Not me.
Did someone get a perm? That's
don't
what
know.
a perm smells like too.
Smells. Yeah, I don't know, man. It smells
maybe-
like burning hair products.
do we need to go knock on your neighbor's door?
No, I'm sure it's
Did
okay.
a cat get struck by lightning?
We'll solve the mystery after this, and we'll tweet it out what it ended up being.
Actually, I don't smell it anymore, so I'll probably never figure it out.
I still kind of smell it. I don't. You can smell it. You can smell it. Oh,
What was that from?
Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Yep. You can smell it. You can smell it.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
What else do you want to talk about today?
I think. I don't know, man.
Are you excited for any movies coming up?
Yeah, Jungle Book.
That's it?
And Batman v Superman, kinda. And Civil War. And what else was... I guess I'm excited for Zootopia. You know, it's like I know Zootopia is going to be good, but I can't get myself that excited for it for some reason.
I think this weekend we're going to try and see...
I feel like it's just going to be kind of predictable. Like, I already know what's coming.
I want us to see Gods of Egypt.
Yeah, let's go see that.
Just because I think it's going to be hilarious to watch.
I think it might be kind of fun. And kind of in the Mummy kind of way, you know?
Yeah, it might. I mean, it could... Since people have such low expectations...
Yeah.
It could turn out to be like 60 or 70% fresh.
Yeah, like I think...
If people are surprised by it.
I'm definitely going to be very forgiving towards it, you know? Like, I'm not going to be
I'm not going to go in there expecting like a Lord of the Rings type film.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go in there expecting Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, exactly. If it could be any better than Clash of the Titans, then I'll not have thought I wasted my money I didn't actually spend because I have a movie pass.
Yep, and then the next week we can watch Zootopia.
There you go.
Boom.
Plus, we need to watch our Brother Where Art Thou and Man of Steel.
Yes, please. No, I smell that smell again.
Yeah, I smell it even more than before.
That skunk must have.
Smell update. Okay.
I guess we need to go figure out what this smell is.
How long have we gone?
An hour.
Oh, hey, look, there you go.
Very concise this episode.
So, go see The Witch if you feel like being unsettled, and then if you do and you want
to be unsettled,
you want to watch something much less unsettling. Well, actually, I don't know if I would recommend Batman Dark Knight Returns to settle someone from being unsettled.
It's not as unsettling as The Witch.
Yeah, that is true. It's definitely still like a superhero action movie. Or just, go watch Two-Lander. If you wanted to snap yourself out of it. Caesar. Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
It's still in theaters.
I still want to see that again before it leaves theaters.
I think its rating went up.
Yeah. All right, man. You can follow us on iTunes. Please do. Also, go give us a little rating and write us a little review. We'd love to see that. Obviously, we're on Facebook, like we mentioned earlier. Please go like our page. That's probably how you found this podcast in the first place.
It's our French fries.
No, it's not.
I think they're starting to...
There's no way that's French fries.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Oh, okay, so we're on Twitter, at Filmventure Pod. We're also on Instagram now.
We are.
Remind me to take a picture
Instagram.
before we break down. We need to take a little picture.
But I don't look good.
Yes, you do.
Well, thanks.
You look great, Kory.
Thanks. Did you know Hail Caesar is very divisive on critic rating versus audience rating?
I did not know that.
81% critics, 46% audience.
I believe that.
It's
My parents didn't
film.
really like it.
You take that back. Just kidding.
I can't take it back for them.
You should.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But we're on Instagram. It's also at Filmventure Pod. Please go follow us on Instagram. We take little pictures from behind the scenes from when we're recording. We're eating our little pre-podcast prep meals. And we also do little postings of the episodes there, too. So
indeed we do.
If you miss it on Facebook, you can
We have a
catch it on
YouTube
Instagram.
channel now.
Oh, yeah, we do.
It's called YouTube. It's called it's called YouTube, everybody.
It's called YouTube. It's a site where you can watch these videos about stuff.
It's amazing.
Or listen to podcasts now.
Our channel is literally called Filmventure.
Yeah, it's super hard to find.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
We have one video on there so far, and it is the Deadpool
episode.
Last episode that we just had.
Yeah, this one will also be posted there.
It will, and they have really cool cover art. So you can look at something when you're listeing to us.
Yeah.
Go subscribe to us on YouTube.
There you go.
That's all I ask.
Yes,
just go click that subscribe
That'd be
button.
Great.
Subscribe.
Okay, I think that's it. Bum. Subscribe. All right, say bye, Kory.
What was that?
That was. I'll tell you later.
Okay. Bye, Kory.